Um, uh, I inherited a family. I had my stepdaughter, I had Shelly, we were living together, we were not married, but we were living at my mom's. And I sort of kind of was able to hide the crack cocaine for a while, but she definitely knew I drank. And we just functioned. We just functioned for a time. Uh, my stepdaughter's grandparents were a little bit more aware of what was going on. They were definitely involved in her life, and they did a lot to keep her and take her away from the environment that we were in. Um, so now I have two DUIs. I'm on probation. I don't have a driver's license. I'm still driving anyway, and I can't really keep employment. I'm in and out of employment, but I always manage to find a way to get high and get my drugs. So in 2002, I made the grave error. Uh, I couldn't pawn anything anymore, and I didn't have checks to bounce, and it was becoming more difficult to fuel my habit. So I outs I outsmarted myself here, and I thought it was a great plan at the time. So I had a clerk from a 7-Eleven on 78th Street in Causeway who continuously said to me, "Hey, I know you party, I know you get high, I know that. Can you ever get me some cocaine?" And I would tell them, "No, I don't do that. I use, but I don't sell." Somehow we exchanged phone numbers, and this young man, at some point got a hold of me, and I kept on telling him no, and no, and no, and no. But it's amazing how the devil works. Cunning, baffling, and sinless. Right time, wrong place, and it's almost as if the enemy knew that I needed drugs that day, and that phone rang, and it just happened to be the gasoline that was going to be poured on the fire because it was the young man from 7-Eleven. And he says, "Hey, can you get me an ounce of cocaine?" And I said, "Sure." Because in my mind, immediately what I thought was, I'm going to get the ounce of cocaine, I'm going to take half of the ounce of cocaine, I'm going to keep it so that I can get high. I'm going to doctor up the half I took with lactose, sell him the ounce, and then I'll have cocaine to get high with. I'll have profit I'm going to make from the money. So this is a win-win situation for me. The one time I did, I sold to an undercover cop. So I'm still on probation for all the other stuff I've done. I can't get out of my way. And in February of 2002, Nat was already a year old, and we were pregnant with Nico. We're about 3 months away from Nico being born. And I get arrested, ironically, on the day getting into my wife's car to go to probation for my past stuff. And I get arrested as I'm walking out the house for the ounce of cocaine itself. So now, I still don't recognize I have a problem. I'm just thinking I have a lot of bad luck. You were speaking, Brother Danny, about a hedge of protection and how God puts a hedge of protection around certain people at certain times. I didn't mention this because I'm trying to be aware of time, but during the time I was using crack, I couldn't do it at my mother's house. So I had to go into College Hill and into Rose Park and into some really bad areas. And to fuel my drug addiction, so when I didn't have money, I had to figure out I was going to get high. So I ripped off a few drug dealers. I switched their dope with soap and did things. Well, I got shot at once, point blank. It's a very common thing when you go out and you purchase crack cocaine to put it in your mouth to taste it to make sure that it numbs your tongue and it's actual drugs and not something different. So I cut some soap up and put it in my mouth, and I went to this guy that said, hey, Black, I need 3 pieces, and he gave them to me. He says, okay, Chico, and I put them in my mouth, and I spit the soap back out and gave him the soap. Well, just as quickly as I can almost move away, he turned around, he says, Chico, and I turned around, and the gun was right in my face, and he pulled the trigger. And it didn't fire. I didn't know it then, I know it today. God was protecting me that day because God had a different plan for me.
Amen.
And then I got drugged several times, and there were a few home invasions. And each time this occurred, my spirit was just being pulled and just jerked. So now, I'm arrested for first-degree felony for trafficking in cocaine. You would think that would get my attention. Crack had such a stronghold on me that it just didn't matter. But I knew this was serious. And I was really worried. Because in the state of Florida, when you get a trafficking charge in drugs, a judge cannot downward depart from their sentence. It's a minimum mandatory of 3 years. So at minimum, I was going to do 3 years in Florida State Prison. My wife is still sticking by me. By the way, my wife has never used drugs in her life. And my wife is the type of person that if she drinks a half a glass of vodka and orange juice, that's the equivalent to my going through a case of beer for her. So she's normal, I'm not. But she's sticking by me. That's one of the blessings that God has put in my life. So now I'm getting high, I'm still functioning, but spiritually and mentally, I am getting worn down. And now we start the court process, which was September of 2002. So the first time we go to court is basically just for a plea. I pleaded not guilty. That's pretty much the end of it. And then there's your hearing, and then there's evidence, hearings. And the attorney that I had kept on encouraging me to become a confidential informant, and I would not do it. I would not do it. Because I knew what happens to confidential informants in the street, in the hood. So that wasn't an option for me. And now we just have had our first child, our second child by the time the court started. So now we have a 3-4-month-old baby, a 1.5-year-old baby, and I'm thinking I cannot become a confidential informant and put them in harm's way. I'm not doing it. And this attorney kept on telling me, if you don't do it, you are going to prison. The prosecutor is not going to allow the judge to downward depart. So, once again, the drug addicts are very smart, especially some that have a little bit of college. But the drug addicts they're going to find a way to get their stuff. But we're always outsmarting ourselves. We think short term. So now we're in the court process, and I'm thinking, gosh, I'm going to go to prison if I don't become a confidential informant, and I'm not becoming a confidential informant. So I got to figure something out here. And I always wore a tie to court, and Shelly was there with me the whole time, and the kids were there with us each time we went in and out of court. So let's fast track. In February of 2003, I found a program called New Beginnings, part of New Life Church under the Pentecostal Church of God. And I went into detox. And I went into detox because I wanted to quiet my wife up. I got tired of hearing the noise in the background from everyone else. But the real reason I went into detox was I thought to myself, if I get clean and I show the court that I'm trying to change my behavior and that all of this happened because I'm a drug addict, I might be able to convince them that I don't need to go to prison. I really didn't go in there to get help. Hold on to that. So I stood at New Beginnings for a full year. This is where we had the blessing of meeting Brother Jack and Sister Kathy, and they were the youth pastors at the time, and they just showed so much love to my kids, my wife. And God started to do a work in me. It's hard to explain at times. But because of the love they exhibited to us, I knew that God loved me. No matter how bad I made a mess of everything, I knew that God loved me. See, I have been in and out of the church. We're a Catholic church, and I have an uncle in Kingston, New York, that's a pastor, so every summer I got to spend upstate New York instead of the city, so God had been introduced to me. But I always opted to walk away. And so the Duns are involved in our life, and things seem to be okay while I'm in the drug program. I'm not getting high. I'm feeling good. And on May 30th of 2003, I was sentenced. And right before the trial, a week before, my attorney said, if you do not cooperate and become a confidential informant, you're going to prison. I cannot undo this. There's no way around this. So I had a choice to make. And I said, so if I become a confidential informant, can they use me while I'm in the drug program? And she said, no. So drug addicts, we're manipulators, right? I'm sort of kind of torn between what I'm going to do, but I realized that they can't put me in prison as long as I'm in this drug program. So, and I misspoke. I said I met Jack in 2002. I actually met Jack in 2003. So I went into the program February 12th of 2003, New Beginnings. May 30th of 2003, I was sentenced. But what caused me to let them know that I was going to cooperate was the fact that I was reassured that as long as I was in the drug program, the police department could not use me to be a confidential informant because they could not put me in a bad situation while I was trying to get my life together. So this plan that I concocted was sort of kind of working out. Brother Danny, during Bible study, you talked about how sometimes we need to go the fast route. God can just do it like that. And so I had to go through some pain. So I told them what they wanted to hear. I told them, okay, but can you not have them mention it in open court? So she got with the prosecutor, and they kept certain things out of open court. But I agreed to become a confidential informant, knowing that I was going to stay in the program, and I was going to be in the program for a year, and I sort of kind of had an idea of what my sentence was going to be. So here was my sentence. Judge Deborah Binkley was my judge. A no-nonsense judge. I knew her reputation. And it just so happens that two people before me had violated on probation. And she sent one back to prison for 5 years and the other one back to prison for 10 years. So when I came up to get sentenced, she read the docket. She asked the state to present the factuals, and then the public defender spoke, and she says, I understand that there's a plea agreement here, and she says, you do realize that on this first-degree felony, I don't have to accept this plea agreement, but are the two of you in agreement? And they said yes. And she looked at me, and almost verbatim, I remember her saying this. She goes, Mr. Ayala, I don't quite know how you got yourself in this problem, but she says, I typically do not accept this type of plea agreement on this charge. She says, but there's something about you that I can't figure out. And she says, I'm going to accept this plea agreement. Do not come back in this courtroom and prove me wrong. And then she said, do you see what I did to the two defendants prior to you? And I said, yes, Your Honor. You gave one 5 years and one 10. She says, so are we clear that if you come back in front of me, other than to terminate your probation successfully, you will be going to prison? I said, yes. She said, are you ready for sentencing? I said, yes. So this was my sentence, 2 years of house arrest with possible early termination at 1 year, 250 community hours, and I could work them at the drug program. As long as I was in the drug program, I didn't have to do drug testing. And the $50,000 fine was reduced to $254. That was my sentence. Instead of 3 years in prison and a $50,000 fine. So I go, I'm still in New Beginnings. New Beginnings is great. Church is great. My relationship with God is good. Brother Jack is in my life. Sister Kathy is in my life. Sister Billy is in our lives. And Brother George. There was this great group of people at New Beginnings. And before I continue, I want to mention this too. Brother Danny spoke about sometimes we plant the seed and we don't see anything happening until way down the road. Don't stop planting the seed as the body of Christ and as a church. Don't be quick to dismiss someone because you just don't know how much you're going to impact their life if you just show them some love. See, I already knew I was a loser. I knew I was a degenerate. I knew I was no good. I knew I was the scum of the earth. I knew I was letting people down. I didn't need people reminding me of that. All I wanted was a little affirmation. All I wanted was something I didn't get as a kid. All I wanted was not to be the kid that turned into this man that was just dysfunctional. So the more I heard people telling me about how I had to change my life, or if I went into a church and I was just told, you know, if you just put God in your life, this is going to happen for you, I rebelled. I did not want that. But it's amazing how God can work when you just show love. And that's what Brother and Sister Kathy did. I never felt judged by them. There were a group of people at New Beginnings that I never felt and sensed that I was being judged by them. And then I just saw how great he was with our children. And so, this great sentence I got was actually not so good for me. Sometimes you gotta be tough. They were a little too lenient with me. So, on In February of 2004, I was already released from house arrest because I completed early termination on that. I had already done my 250 community hours. So my 18-month sentence was already pretty much done. In February of 2004, I had 6 months left. It may have been 7, because November 30th of '04 was my last visit. Here was the problem. You remember I mentioned to you that the judge said I didn't need to do drug testing as long as I was in the drug program? Well, I left the drug program February 12th of 2004, and we got a trailer, and I started working, and Shelly and I moved back in together. Well, my probation in theory was not over till November 30th of '04, so I had February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I had 10 months of, I could get as high as I wanted. I can go to my probation appointment each month, and I didn't have to worry about being drug tested, so I didn't have to worry about violation of probation. The first night I left New Beginnings, I drank. I wasn't at New Beginnings for the right reason. I was there to cheat the court. But God is good. God used that year to work on me. So within 3 weeks to a month, I was back on the crack cocaine. By March of 2004, I was out the gate. I was off to the races. I don't know that God accelerated this, or that He allowed